Bad kitty! Bad kitty! Fluffy attacked Timmy again.
Well, stop eating her kibble.
Timmy wasn't. What are you doing, Tabitha?
Gotta warm up before my run.
You jog? Since when? The only thing that runs on those legs are your cheap panniers you keep buying.
You'll be running if I sick Fluffy on you.
Okay. But Timmy thought Tabitha and Timmy had to stop Grace from being her long-lost twin sister, Faith.
All in good time?
And what about those evil forces you were going to call on? To destroy Charity before she destroys Timmy and Tabitha?
I've been thinking about that. I have a plan.
Timmy's all ears.
Timmy's all cotton, but that's beside the point. Our next-door neighbour, little Miss Do-Gooder Grace Bennett, is going down to the youth centre today. And I have a feeling that something very interesting is going to happen there.
I can't believe that I'll never see you again. I can't say goodbye. In Spanish, we say, hasta luego. It means see you later.
Okay. Hasta luego, Miguel.
Mrs. Bennett's gotta help me.
Miguel? You're here early.
I came right over as soon as I finished up on the boat. I need to ask you a favor, Mrs. Bennett. A big favor.
What is it?
Help me get Charity back.
This must be what heaven's like. Do you really think it was fate that brought us together?
I'm sure of it.
Charity, you look so peaceful. She's dreaming about that boy. Oh, my sweet daughter, I know he makes you happy, and your happiness means everything to me. But we have to move away. Harmony is not safe. Evil is there. And I have to protect you.
You're sure that the girl that you saw in that picture is the same girl that you saw at the country club here today?
I'm positive.
I hate wearing this disguise, but at least I fooled that private investigator. He's gone. Oh, there's Whitney.
That girl with the big glasses. She lied to me. Why? What's she up to?
So I told him the stalker moved to South America, and he believed me.
You lied to the private investigator?
Oh, what do you want me to say, Whitney? Yes, I'm the girl Ethan thinks is stalking him. He would have arrested me right there.
Ethan could still recognize you.
I won't get caught. My disguise works. I told you I'd fool him, and I have.
Whoever you are, lady, I'm gonna find you. No one tricks me and gets away with it.
Destruction of police property, reckless driving, resisting arrest. Officer Lopez Fitzgerald is going to have a field day with these charges against you, Sheridan.
I'm not worried, Ethan.
Sheridan, Luis is a tough cop, and he's got it in for the Cranes. I mean, the guy's an arrogant, vindictive...
I ran into him this morning. There's another side to him.
Great day for a run, isn't it? You run a good pace. I could hardly keep up with you. You must be new around here. Oh, it's you.
What?
I said I didn't realize it was you.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you're talking to me.
Why?
Because you have to testify against me in court this morning, remember?
Yeah, I remember. Guess I was just surprised to see you out jogging.
Why, you think a crane can't run?
I guess I figured your chauffeur would do it for you.
I wish he could. He's not the insensitive know-it-all cop that I thought he was. He'll go easy on me, you'll see.
Luis, you're the arresting officer. Your testimony will carry a lot of weight in determining whether the judge rules against Miss Crane.
I understand.
Considering that no one got hurt, the DA's office is willing to let her off with, say, probation, a fine. How do you feel about that?
Sounds like somebody's in trouble.
That's right.
Uh-oh. What's the charge?
Sexual harassment.
Kidding. Who is it?
It's you, Luis.
Me?
The mayor just got a call from someone filing a sexual harassment complaint against you.
That's crazy. They're lying, whoever it is. Who filed the complaint?
The mayor says it has to do with Sheridan Crane.
Sheridan Crane? That's absolutely not true, Sam.
Luis, I know you and I trust you, but I warned you not to give the Cranes any ammunition against you.
And what kind of ammunition did I give them?
You kissed her. You danced with her. I told you there might be repercussions.
I want her to pay.
Luis, do you really think Sheridan Crane belongs in jail?
Yeah, you bet I do.
I would hold the hand of the one who could lead me places and kiss the lips of the one who could sing so sweet. And I would fly on the wings of the bird I knew could take me high as breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are the fire burning inside of me. You are my passion for life.
Are you sure this is the way you want to go, Luis?
Now, would you ask me that if anyone but a Crane was facing these charges?
Would you be going after her this hard if she was anybody but a Crane?
Now, I don't believe you, of all people, caving in under political pressure, Sam.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, that phone call you got from the mayor? Asking you to go easy on
The
Miss
Cranes contributed a lot of money to his campaign.
Oh, so we're supposed to just roll over?
That's not what I said. I'm just telling you where he's coming from.
You're the chief, Sam, and you backing me up on this or not?
I back all of my officers up 100%, as long as they do their job and follow the rules.
I did. She didn't. I'll bet that whole thing this morning was a setup.
What?
Oh, accidentally running into me? That cute little routine of hers? And then she goes and calls the mayor to accuse me of sexual harassment. Just for insurance.
You have no proof Sheridan Crane filed the complaint.
Now, who else would it be? That's got Crane written all over it.
I warned you to back off the party.
Look, I didn't know who I was kissing. I was blindfolded.
I know. I mean the tango that you did with her.
That was a spur-of-the-moment thing. And I didn't force her, she dared me. Of course.
What?
Well, she wasn't invited to my mother's birthday party, but she and Ethan just showed up. Danced with me, flatter my mother. It was all just a trick, so I'd go easy on her today. She's in for a surprise.
Are you sure the investigator believed you, Teresa?
Positive. He won't be looking for Ethan Crane's stalker anymore. Unless he plans on going on some wild goose chase to South America. I told you, luck's on my side.
I just wish I could say the same.
What do you mean?
I just got offered a corporate sponsorship by Crane Industries.
Oh, that's incredible.
But my dad turned it down.
He what? Why? Weren't you and your parents hoping someone would sponsor you?
Having a corporate sponsor would help us pay for the cost of training, equipment, travel expenses to tournaments. I mean, the more tournaments I play, the better chance I have to qualify for the Olympic team.
Plus, having a sponsor like Crane Industries would make you the talk of the tennis world, Whitney. Everyone would know who you are.
But the most important thing is that it would relieve financial pressure off of my parents. I mean, they never complain, but I know they sacrifice so much just so I can play.
Then why did your dad turn this down? I would think he'd be thrilled.
Me too, but I took him over there to meet Mr. Crane, and he said no. Why? I don't know.
I'm sorry, Whitney.
I'm just gonna find another sponsor.
Sure you will. One day, you'll be a famous tennis star.
And you're gonna be a famous fashion designer.
That's right. That's why this job as Ivy Crane's personal secretary is so important to me. I could learn so much, meet important people, make contacts. This job is my ticket into the future. I just can't let anything stop me.
So, how's the search for the stalker going?
It was almost derailed. Some young woman I talked to told me that she knew the stalker. Then she says that she moved out of the country. Only I found out she was lying.
Well, why would she do that?
I don't know. Most likely she's a friend of the stalker.
So, now what do you do?
Find them both. And don't worry, Mrs. Crane. I will.
Charity?
Mom, I just had the best dream.
Was it about that boy?
Miguel.
Look, honey, I'm sure he's nice, but there will be other boys.
I don't want other boys, Mom. I want Miguel.
Charity.
Can I at least see him again, Mom?
No, I'm sorry, sweetie, but we have to move as soon as we are packed.
Mom, listen to me. Miguel thinks that Mrs. Bennett could help us find your twin sister. She knows a lot of people.
Yeah, you know, she seemed nice on the phone. I felt drawn to her. What was she like?
Well, I don't know. I didn't meet her. But if we stayed, we could both meet her.
Charity, it's too risky.
But, Mom, what if she could help us find your twin?
Charity, I have no reason to believe that my sister Grace is in Harmony.
But you won't know unless you look.
Charity, there are dark forces in Harmony. Now, we have to get out of here quickly today, before it's too late. You want me to help you get Charity back?
Her mom wants to move away.
Yeah, Mrs. Standish mentioned that on the phone last night. Have you met her?
No.
Neither have I. I had an instant rapport with her, almost like we've been friends all my life.
Then maybe you can talk her into staying.
Look, Miguel, I would love to help, but I don't know what I could say.
Charity told me her mom's been looking for someone for a long time. So I said you knew everyone around here, and maybe you'd help Mrs. Standish look. I mean, then they wouldn't have to move. Charity could stay, we could go to school together, see each other every day.
I can see she's had quite an effect on you.
I know it sounds crazy. We hardly know one another.
No, not at all. Sometimes you have an instant connection with people. I mean, that's how I felt with Mrs. Standish.
So you'll come to Charity's house with me? And tell Mrs. Standish you'll help her look for that person?
Of course I will.
Oh, thanks. You're the best.
There's Grace with that nasty boy. If it weren't for him, I'd have finished Charity off by now. Wonder what they're up to.
Miguel, there is no guarantee I can talk Mrs. Standish into staying.
You will. I know you will. I'm gonna go call Charity.
Tabitha!
Oh, Grace.
I had no idea that you jogged.
That's how I keep my girlish figure.
You know, I should get some exercise myself. I never seem to have enough time.
Is it any wonder, looking after that lovely family of yours, running your little shop, all your volunteer work? Honestly, Grace, I don't know how you do it.
To admit that sometimes it is a little overwhelming.
Well, that's why I'm here. I want to help out.
You want to volunteer at the youth center?
Yes, I thought it would take some of the burden off you, dear.
That is so thoughtful of you, Tabitha. I know you will have a great time working with the kids.
Yes, If I could affect just one young person's life, I'd be satisfied. Very satisfied.
Charity, it's Miguel.
We have a wonderful after-school program for the kids. I mean, all kinds of activities. We have sports, cooking classes, acting classes. Yes, all kinds of different activities. Maybe you could teach cheerleading to the kids.
Miguel, I was hoping you'd call.
Sweetheart, just 5 minutes, okay? We have to leave soon.
I can't talk long, Miguel. We're leaving soon.
No, you're not. I found a way so you don't have to move. I'm gonna bring Mrs. Bennett over to your house to meet your mother.
No!
Tabitha, what is it?
Oh, water. Water.
Okay, sit right here. Oh, sir. I'll be right back.
Mrs. Bennett said she'd help your mom look for that person. Who knows? She could be living right here in Harmony.
Then we wouldn't have to say goodbye.
And you wouldn't have to move.
I made the appointments you requested, Mrs. Crane, and I answered the letters you gave me. They just need your signature.
Well, thank you, Teresa. You're friends with Whitney Russell, aren't you? The girl who's giving me the tennis lessons?
Yes, best friends.
Why were you so startled when you saw Whitney's father?
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, don't play games with me, Julian. I saw the way you reacted when you saw him. You became tense, almost hostile. Why?
You don't know what you're saying. Drop it, Ivy.
You know, I'd like you two to join me for lunch. It would give me a chance to get to know both of you better.
I'd love to. Thank you. I'll go tell Whitney. Excuse me.
Excellent.
She was here, so either she's a member of the club or she was invited by one. Either way, it's only a matter of time till I find her.
Thank goodness you're still here. Mrs. Crane wants us to be her guests for lunch.
Tell her thanks, but no thanks.
Are you crazy, Whitney? Just think of it. The two of us having lunch at the country club. It means we've arrived.
If you believe that, you're a fool, Teresa.
So how would you characterize Miss Crane's behavior after she smashed into your police car, officer? Repentant? Remorseful?
Belligerent and arrogant.
Huh. No trace of remorse, fear of punishment?
None. When I asked her to give me one good reason why I shouldn't arrest her, she said because her name was Crane.
In other words, she threatened. Objection.
Sustained.
Let me rephrase that. Would you say she was uncooperative?
Very.
I can't believe this. In the past 20 minutes, Louis has completely ripped me apart. He's made me sound like an arrogant, law-breaking snob.
I warned you.
So much for my feminine intuition.
So tell me if I've got this right, officer. Miss Crane was driving at 98 miles an hour in a 45-mile-an-hour zone, completely totals your police car, expresses no remorse, in fact, attempts to leave the scene and evade arrest. In other words, she exhibited a flagrant disrespect for the law. Does that about sum up what happened?
Perfectly.
That'll be all, officer. Your witness, counsel.
You have to bring up what happened last night at Flora's party.
Ethan, no. Julian said...
I don't care what Father said. Luis's testimony was extremely detrimental. I have to throw doubt on his impartiality.
Counselor?
One moment, Your Honor. Do you want to go to jail?
No. Don't bring up sexual harassment.
I'll skirt around it.
Ethan.
Officer Lopez Fitzgerald.
Do you call yourself a good cop?
I do my best.
And your testimony just now on this stand, would you consider it impartial? No axes to grind?
Yes.
Did you kiss Miss Crane last night?
It was a mistake. Your Honor, it was at a party. I was blindfolded. I had no idea it was her.
Did you know who she was when you asked her to dance with you?
Yes, but...
Still, you insisted on dancing with the
I
accused.
did not insist.
You danced with her? You kissed her? Even though you knew you were testifying here today.
Like I told you, I had no idea it was her.
Do you still contend you're an impartial cop, officer?
Yes. What happened last night has absolutely no bearing on this case.
So you say.
You calling me a liar?
Sit down, officer.
Your Honor, my client has admitted that her behavior on the evening of the accident was wrong, and she deeply regrets it. She has apologized to the police. Her family has bought the department a new vehicle, and she has spent a night in jail. Considering all that, I would ask Your Honor to show leniency and allow Miss Crane to go on with her life. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll render my verdict after a short recess.
What in the world is the matter with you, Whitney?
I just don't want to have lunch here, that's all.
Why?
My grandfather worked here as a caddy and a groundskeeper. And my dad caddied here when he was my age. But they weren't allowed to play on the golf course or eat in the restaurant.
But all that's changed now.
Has it? How many black faces did you see on the terrace just now? Or on the golf course? People never say anything, but we know that they still have the same restrictions as they did back then.
Why do you give tennis lessons here?
I'm thinking of giving it up. I'm gonna find a new job.
I never knew you felt this way. Did something happen?
This morning, my father asked me how things were going. Was everybody treating me okay? I knew what he meant. I said yes, but it got me thinking.
Did somebody say something to you?
They don't have to say anything, Teresa. I see it in their eyes. The look they give me when they see me, like, what is she doing here? And then they feel guilty and give me some phony smile because they don't want me to know what they're thinking. But I do.
Oh, Whitney.
I'd be a hypocrite if I had lunch with people like that.
That's exactly why you have to stay.
I don't think you understand, Teresa.
Of course I understand, Whitney. I'm half Latina. I don't see any of my mother's people out there on the golf course either. We can't let those wealthy people drive us away. They're not better than us.
That's true.
So, they look at us funny today. So what? One day, when you're a famous tennis star and I'm a famous fashion designer, we'll be members here too. And our families will be members. And we'll throw big, fancy parties.
And we'll dance on the golf course and change the rules and invite everyone.
No one will tell us where we don't belong.
And if they do, we will wipe the floor with them.
Now you're talking.
Gotcha.
You know, you really should work undercover.
Excuse me?
You're really good at making people believe you're something you're not.
Am I?
Yes, very good. I actually thought you were a nice guy when I ran into you this morning. Boy, was I wrong.
Guess we're all taken in at one time or another by people we think are something they're not.
If you're referring to me, officer, who you see is who you get. I don't hide anything.
Right. Oh, by the way, give my regards to the mayor next time you run into him.
The mayor? I've never even spoken to him.
Tabitha. Maybe I should call you Russell.
Oh, no, I don't need a doctor. I'm fine now.
Mrs. Bennett and I are coming right over there.
No, don't come.
Don't come over? Why? We want to help.
And I appreciate that more than you know. But it's no use.
But I know if your mom would just talk to Mrs. Bennett, she'd...
She won't change her mind, Miguel. She's got these crazy ideas, and I can't explain.
I'm sorry, Charity. It's time to say goodbye to your friend.
That was my mom. I have to say goodbye.
No. I have to see you before you go.
It's too late. Miguel, no one's ever made me as happy as you have. I'll never forget you. Never.
Charity, no, wait. Don't go.
Miguel. Look, someday you'll realize that this is for the best.
I don't care about someday, Mom. I care about now. About seeing Miguel again.
Charity, I know that you are hurting.
I finally make friends. I meet the most wonderful boy in the whole world, and you make me leave.
I have no choice.
Mom, there are no evil forces after us.
I know you don't believe that, but the evil is out there. It is, Charity. It exists.
I don't believe it.
My sister, your Aunt Grace, she didn't believe they existed either. And I have been searching for her for 20 years. I will not lose you, Charity. I won't.
You won't lose me, Mom. I'll finish packing.
Thank you. I have to run some errands. When I come back, we'll leave.
Miguel.
I'm ready to render my verdict.
Your Honor, may I say a few words, please?
Keep it short, Chief Bennett.
For the record, I'd like to say that Luis Lopez Fitzgerald is one of the finest, most honorable, fair-minded officers that I've had the privilege to work with. And I hope the court will treat the defendant as they would any citizen accused of the same crimes.
I assure you, Chief Bennett, everyone in my courtroom receives equal treatment under the law. Now, regarding the charge of lack of impartiality by the arresting officer, I find the charge unfounded, though I warn you, Officer Lopez Fitzgerald, to be more careful regarding whom you kiss.
Don't worry, Your Honor. It will never happen again.
Good. Now, as to Miss Crane, added to the cost of a new police car, which your family has already paid for, I am imposing a fine of $1,000 and 75 hours of community service.
75?
Your Honor, I
Make
would...
that 100 hours. Case closed.
It's not the verdict you wanted.
I'm satisfied. Thank you. Well, that ends that.
Don't be so sure. The Cranes don't forget their enemies.
Neither do I.
I had no idea about the community service, Sheridan.
You know, I wouldn't mind, except that I've just gotten back from Paris, and there's so many things I need to deal with in my life.
Did you go to college with a girl named Eleanor Goodwill?
Yeah, we were sorority sisters.
I remember Mother mentioning that she's head of the Women's League. Perhaps you could talk to her, see if she could work something out for you.
That's a great idea.
At least Officer Lopez Fitzgerald doesn't hand out the assignments. He'd probably have you picking up litter on the highway.
With my bare hands. Hey, that reminds me. Just now, he asked me to say hello to the mayor. I've never talked to him in my whole entire life. Do you know anything about that?
Not a clue. Forget it. Forget him.
Don't worry.
I have to go back in and sign some papers, and then we'll be out of here.
I just want to ask you something. How did a sweet, kind woman like Pilar have such a mean, vindictive son like you?
Hey, you screwed up. You're paying for it. Get over it. There's no free rides in this life. Not even for the almighty Cranes.
Oh, could this day get any worse?
I'm afraid it can. I have some bad news. It's about your sentence.
I'm going home. Lie down for a bit.
Oh, why don't you let me drive you home?
Oh, no. The air will do me good. I gather his girl's leaving.
She's moving away. I'm never gonna see her again.
Oh, how sad. Have you ever met her, Grace?
No, I guess I never will.
Pity. Well, goodbye.
I'll check in on you later, Tabitha.
Oh, no need. Old Tabitha's fine. Just dandy.
I'm sorry things didn't work out, Miguel.
I've never felt this way about anyone before, Mrs. Bennett. Charity was so special. I wish you could have met her.
Yeah, so do I. Listen, I gotta go check out a wagon for the police benefit.
A wagon?
Yeah, we're selling tickets for a moonlit ride in a hay wagon. I'll take you for lunch later if you want to come with me.
Thanks, Mrs. Bennett, but I need to be alone right now.
I understand.
I wish I could take Charity on a moonlit ride.
The moon is so beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Oh. Miguel, I don't want us to ever be apart.
We never will be. Charity, I'll never let you go. Nothing and no one will ever come between us. Please don't take Charity away from me.
Please don't take Miguel away from me. My teddy bear charm. I can't leave without this. It's good luck. I'll give it to Miguel. Then he'll have something to remember me by. If I leave now, I can just make the bus to Harmony. Mom. I'll leave a message on her computer. She'll be upset, but I have to do this. I have to see Miguel one last time.
The judge said you can't perform your community service wherever you want.
Why not?
The assignments are done on rotation basis. You got the youth center. And you have to report to the director today.
Today, I've got plans.
You have to report when told. It's part of the sentencing agreement.
What a drag. Thank you, Officer Lopez Fitzgerald.
I thought you left.
Forgot my... Damn. What's got you so riled up? I ran into Miss Crane out in the hallway. Well, that family really thinks that they can walk all over everyone, don't they? Think they can charm or buy their way out of anything.
But they play by their own set of rules, that's for sure.
Well, I think that I actually wanted to take it easy on her. How could I have been so taken in by her?
She sure is beautiful.
It's not that. I thought I saw something in her. Something different. Different from the rest of the arrogant family. A warmth. A real person. I was wrong. Boy, was I wrong.
You think you're pretty clever, don't you?
I don't understand.
You told me that the girl that I'm looking for, this stalker, moved to South America.
Well, she did.
I talked to the gardener this morning. He says that he saw the woman in my sketch right here at the club this morning. You lied to me.
Well, the girl told me she was moving.
I don't believe you. You're covering for her.
Why would I do that?
I don't know. Maybe you're friends with her. Wait a minute. There's something weird going on here. Don't I know you? You know this girl.
Stop playing around, Simone. But My sister just thinks it's funny to play games with people, that's all.
I do not.
You know perfectly well you don't know the girl in that sketch. I mean, it's one thing to kid around with your friends, Simone, but this is a private eye. This is not a joke. And I'll tell Mom and Dad what you're up to with Kay.
My sister's right. I don't know this girl.
You're the one who stopped the other girl from IDing the photograph the other day. The two of you are in this together. You're both trying to cover up for the stalker, aren't you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
The game is over. Now start talking. I want to know exactly what the two of you are up to.
I told you.
Forget it. Listen, I hope you're going to be a little bit more reasonable than your friend. You don't want to make this any worse than it already is.
What's going on here?
I found your son's stalker, Mrs. Crane.
I wish I could get you out of this, Sheridan.
Don't worry, Ethan. I have a plan.
What?
I'll just talk to the director. I'll offer a sizable donation to the youth center in lieu of my 100 hours. I haven't seen the place, but I'm sure they can use the money.
Probably a lot more than your poor typing skills.
Yes. Normally, I'd love to work with kids, but after Jean-Luc's betrayal, I just need time to put my life back together.
I understand. But what if the director doesn't agree to your offer?
I'm sure he'll be a reasonable man. I'll just turn on the old Sheridan charm.
Youth center. The director? No, he's not. Oh, wait, he just walked in. Hey, it's for you.
Hello?
What happened to Tabitha? What if she jogged into a bus? What will happen to Timmy? Timmy will be all alone. With Fluffy!
Put on your dancing shoes, Timmy, my boy. It's party time.
What happened, Tabitha?
Grace and Charity, Charity and Grace, they'll never meet face to face. They'll never meet. Life is sweet. Oh, life is sweet. They'll never meet.
Mom? That's not what she was wearing when she... It can't be. It is! My mom's twin! My Aunt